Hello students, welcome to Go Vidya and welcome back to the 1000 important series questions on transformers. So let's go to the first question. The first question is, a single phase transformer when supplied from 220 volts 50 Hz has eddy current loss of 50 watts. If the transformer is connected to a voltage of 300 volts 50 Hz, the eddy current loss will be. So 220 volts and it's connected to again 330 volts and the frequency is 50 Hz. Now we have to find the eddy current loss. So in general we know the formula, P is directly proportional to V square. So PE1 by PE2 is equal to V1 by V2 whole square. So the PE1 given in the question is 220 volts at the eddy current loss of 50 watts. So we will substitute the 50 watts by PE2, that's equal to the value of V1 is 220 volts and the value of V2 is 330 volts. So 220 by 330 volts. So finally we will get PE2 is equal to, so 0, 0, 2 and 4, 2 square is 4, 4 by 9 and 9 into 50 is 450 by 4, we will get 112.5 watts. So the eddy current loss we will get is 112.5 watts. So the option B matches with the following question. So 112.5 watts. So let's move to the next question. In the transformer circuit shown in the given figure, for the maximum power transfer from source to load, the turns ratio from primary to secondary, nothing but we have to calculate the turns ratio with respect to primary to secondary, primary with respect to secondary. So let's do that. But according to the maximum power transfer theorem, the maximum power will be transferred through the load resistance. So, and what we do is, we completely transfer the secondary side to the primary side. Then you will get RL dash, I will take, as I have transferred to the primary side, I have taken RL dash is equal to 900 and RL is equal to 100. And we know the formula RL dash is equal to, we are transferring the parameters to the primary. 2 primary means write the N1. If 2 secondary means write with respect to secondary N2. Now I am transferring with respect to, so with respect to primary, so I will write N1 by N2. N1 by N2 whole square into RL. So now I have to calculate the number of turns. Already in the question they have mentioned 900. RL dash is 900 by N1 by N2 whole square into the RL is 100. So here the 2 zeros, here the 2 zeros will be cancelled and we can write N1 by N2 whole square is equal to 9 by 1, which is nothing but, now squaring on the both sides, we will get N1 by N2 is equal to, as I am squaring this becomes the root, so it will become 3 by 1. So they are asking in the question primary to secondary, so here N1 is the primary term, N2 is the secondary term. So 3 by 1, so the option matches with 300 is to 100, 100 by 300, that is N2 by N1. And 900 by 100, this is wrong, this is also the wrong answer. So with respect to secondary, primary with respect to secondary, so N1 by N2 will be 3 by 1, so answer will be 300 is to 100. Clear? Next, move to the next question. A 200 volts by 100 volt 50 Hz transformer is to be excited at 40 Hz from 100 volt side. For the same exciting current to be the same, the applied voltage should be. So they have excited at 40 Hz from 100 volt side. The excitation is same from the both sides. So we have to calculate the applied voltage. So in this question, if the exciting current is same, if the exciting current is same, they have mentioned in the question, exciting current is same, which means the flux is constant. As we know, if the flux is constant, then we can write phi is directly proportional to V by F. So from this equation, as flux is constant, so from this equation I can write V1 by F1 is equal to V2 by F2. So V1 is 100. We have to calculate the V2. F1 is 50 H. It is operated with 50 H, then it has been converted to 40 H. So we have to calculate the V2 value. The F2 is now 40 H. So 50 2 times this 40 into 2 is 80. So we will get V2 is equal to 80 volts. So in the question they have said that the exciting current to be the same. If the exciting current to be the same, definitely the flux will be constant. From there we have calculated the applied voltage and we got 80 volts. So the option B matches with the question. The maximum efficiency of a 200 kVA transformer having an iron loss of 1800 watts and full load copper loss of 3200 watts occurs at nothing but we have to calculate the kVA, load kVA. So we know the formula at maximum efficiency, so we can say that X is equal to root of iron loss by copper loss. But the formula for load kVA is X into kVA rating. kVA rating is given in the problem. So what is the X? Iron loss by copper loss. P iron by P copper loss. P iron loss by P copper loss into the kVA rating. So in the question, the iron loss, P iron is 1800 watts. P copper loss is 3200 watts. So let's substitute in this. Root of 1800 by 3200 into the kVA rating is 200 kVA. So this will be 9 and this will be 16. As it is root, so we'll be writing here. So root of 9 by 16 is nothing but 3 by 4 into kVA rating is 200. So 450 times, so 3 into 50 is 150 kVA. 150 kVA. So at the maximum efficiency, the kVA rating is 150 kVA. So the option B matches here. So let's move to the next question. While performing short circuit test on a single phase 110 by 220 volts 50 Hz transformer with LV side shorted, the wattmeter reading is found to be 20 watts. If the same test is performed on the transformer with HV side shorted, the wattmeter reading will be. So at first what they have done, they have shorted the LV side and the wattmeter reading is 20 watts. And if the same test is performed on the HV side and the HV side is also shorted, then what is the wattmeter reading? So very simple is that either the power loss in the LV side or HV side shorted, the power loss will be the same. So either LV side shorted or HV side shorted, the power loss will be same. The power loss will be same. So either LV side shorted or HV side shorted, the power loss will be same. So at the time of LV shorted, we got 20 watts. If that is same, if the power loss is same, then definitely when the HV side is shorted, we will get the same 20 watts. So option C matches with the question. Clear? Next question. A power supply having output resistance of 1.5 ohms supplies a full load current of 500 milliamperes to 50 ohms load. Determine the percentage voltage regulation of supply. So we have to find the percentage voltage regulation. So the formula for voltage regulation of power supply is output resistance by load resistance. Output resistance by load resistance. So in the question, the output resistance R0 is 1.5 ohms. So R0 is 1.5 ohms. The load resistance is 50 ohms. The load resistance is 50 ohms. So let's substitute these values. So percentage voltage regulation is equal to 1.5 by 50 into 100. So this 2 times we will get 3%. Yes or not? 1.5 into 2, 3%. So the option B matches here. So the voltage regulation of power supply is nothing but the output resistance by load resistance. So let's move to the next question. The voltage applied to the HV side of a transformer during short circuit test is 2% of the rated voltage. The core loss as a fraction of its rated copper loss. In this question, we have to calculate the rated core loss. We have to calculate the rated core loss. So we know the formula, rated core loss is directly proportional to V square. But in the question they have given V short circuit. VSC is 2% of the rated voltage. So let's find out the core loss with respect to the rated core loss. So I will write V core loss, it's short circuit by P core loss with rated core loss. I will write the rated, that is equal to V rated by, I will take VSC as 2V, 2% of V. So I can write here 2% of V by V rated square, V rated whole square. V rated is nothing but I will write as by V. So this V will be getting cancelled. So 2% whole square means 4%. If 4% means we will get 0.0004. Now we do with respect to percent, we have to calculate. So multiply with 100, you will get 0.04%. The copper loss with respect to the rated core, sorry, not the copper, it's core. Core loss is equal to 0.04% of core rated loss. So 0.044% core rated loss. So the option 0.04%. Option D matches. So at the fraction we got 0.04% of its rated core loss. So P core loss is directly proportional to square of the voltage. Next question. A single phase 2000 by 200 volts, a 20 kV transformer, two winding transformer is reconnected as a step up auto transformer with 2000 volts winding as primary. The kVA rating of the auto transformer is. So we have to calculate the auto transformer kVA rating. At first the machine is a two winding transformer. This two winding transformer is reconnected as a auto transformer. So we know the formula for auto transformer kVA rating, that is 1 by 1 minus k into rated kVA. So we have to find what is the k value here. K is equal to LV by HV. So as it is reconnected to auto transformer, then LV is 2000 by 2200. So you will get 2000 plus 20. You will get 0.909. Now let's substitute the values in the given formula. So 1 by 1 minus 0.909 into, what is the kVA rating? 20 kVA. 20 into 10 cube. So 1 minus 0.90 is nothing but 0.091. So I can write 1 by 0.091 into 20 kVA into 10 cube. So we will get, you will get nearly 10.89 into 20 kVA. So something that is equal to 11. So 11 into 20 you will get 220. 220 into 10 cube. Nothing but I can write 220 kVA. 220 kVA. So the option C matches 220 kVA. So clear? The next question. Auto transformer has higher efficiency, lower per unit impedances, higher voltage regulation as compared to winding transformer. Which of these are incorrect? So comparing with the two winding transformer, which of the statement is wrong? That means which is incorrect. So compare with the two winding, auto transformer will have higher efficiency because the winding it is having only the single winding. So the usage of copper will be very less. Then we'll get the very less of copper losses. We'll get the less copper losses. If the copper losses are less, definitely the efficiency will be increasing. So that's why auto transformer will have the higher efficiency. Coming to the second statement, it has the lower per unit impedance. Yes, auto transformer has the lower per unit impedance. Why? Because in this they use the shared winding in the auto transformer. Because of that we have the lower per unit impedance. Coming to the third statement, high voltage regulation. In general, auto transformer will have the better voltage regulation, not the high voltage regulation compared to the two winding transformer. So statement 3 is wrong. It will have the better voltage regulation compared to two winding transformer. So which is incorrect they are asking? So option B is incorrect. If they ask the question which is correct, then we have to go for 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are correct and 3 is incorrect. Clear? Next question. The full load copper loss and iron loss of a transformer are 3200 watts and 2000 watts respectively. Both of these losses at half load will be respectively. So in the question they have given the full load copper loss and iron loss. Full load copper loss and full load iron loss. Now we have to calculate at the half load. Clear? Copper loss at full load at X of copper loss full load. We know the formula X square into full load copper loss. But they are asking the question at half load. At half load. So x square into full load copper loss. But they are asking in the half load, so substitute half, nothing but 0.5 into the full load copper loss is 3200 watts. So 0.5 whole square into 3200 watts will give 800 watts. So at full load, at half load we got 800 watts. Coming to the iron losses. Iron losses with respect to of any load, it doesn't vary. It will be constant. Irrespective of the load, the iron losses will be constant. So I will say that irrespective of the load, iron losses always remains constant. Whether it may be full load, half load, 3/4 load or any load, iron losses remains the constant. So with irrespective of any load, iron losses will be constant. So the iron losses given in the question is 2000. So it will be only 2000 watts. So the answer is at half load we got 800 watts and the iron losses again at 2000 watts. Thank you everyone.